Hey there, and welcome back to Arlin Plays Mega Man X, Episode 9, Sting Chameleon. Last time we took down Boomer Kuwanger. This time we're going into the jungle. Take a closer look at this guy. Oh, looks like he's one of the shorter ones, actually. Chameleon, Sting, and Iron Tongue. Alright, onward and inward. I do find it interesting that it seems like one of his eyes does the iguana thing and the other one is a perfectly normal eye. That just seems strange to me. Of course, do chameleons actually have that thing where their eye can rotate that much? I can't remember. I feel as though my knowledge of biology is lacking. Oh god, so many things! The game can't keep track. Alright, there we go. So, it's good to see that they're reusing that lumberjack bod, for lack of a better term, in a way that actually makes perfect sense. It actually makes less sense for it to show in Chill Penguin stage, but hey, whatever. Okay, it was there for just a second, but I like the fact that even when these things are moving, you can still stand on the top. It's a good touch. Why, hello there, Water Strider. Alright, I think I'm going to explore down here. And while yes, you can argue that this requires some prior knowledge to know that this is here, I would still say that it still is better than most. Because in a lot of the other ones, you can't... If you slide down, the screen doesn't move at all. Whereas with this one, if you do that slide down bit, you can definitely tell right there. Alright, onward. And there we go. We got a life up. Okay. The vibration seems to have been messing with my dashing ability. And something I didn't check before. Yep. That's right, kids. You can't use a flamethrower underwater. Not even the super version. Okay, that is something that I definitely did not remember. And unlike other Mega Man X games, you can't jump on surface tension. It's one of those weird things that no wonder I never figured it out when I used to play through the other ones, because it wasn't something that I grew up with. And right here, this is a great example, because if you wander in here, all these blocks start falling. And when I was a kid, just because of the way that this vibration happens, my first thought was, well, something must be on top stomping on it. So, wander up here to check it out. And if the rhythm hadn't been so irregular, I wouldn't have looked up here, but yeah, excellent level design. And look at that, we have a mini-boss who is, well, heavy, stomping, and making the exact same sounds that we were hearing with the vibrations before. So, his primary thing seems to be that spinning claw, which, as you've seen, can either pull him in or just pull me in, I presume, but I don't really want to let him do that. I will say that visually, it's a nice touch that he has to wind up his, well, for lack of a better term, fists before each time. Just because, otherwise I would think that it would get tangled and wouldn't continue to be able to do that. But it is actually spinning in the opposite direction that they move when they're attacking. So this much is good. God, this guy has a lot of health. And now we see the first signs that he might actually be taking damage here. Though I will say this much. I've determined several reasons why Storm Eagle's power here is so ridiculously potent in this game. One is the fact that it's constantly doing damage, which against bosses doesn't really apply because they have that term of invincibility. But against normal enemies, it's ridiculously potent. And it's between that, the fact that it stays on the screen for an inordinately long amount of time, and it uses up less fuel than our flamethrower here, which has similar effects, not to mention better range. This capsule contains a new type of body armor. It will reduce damage to our systems by 50%. Thank you, Dr. Light. Concise as always. And as you guys have noticed, I definitely need this, because I've been taking quite a bit of damage the past couple episodes. Alright, and now we've got the full Mega Man X look. He now actually looks like he does on the cover. Imagine that. Oh, I didn't remember that those were destructible. Well, that would make sense, otherwise how do you get through this without killing him? But, as you can see, this area is completely clear of obstructions now. More of that killing certain people has an effect on the world. And I don't think that in the future games in this series they pulled this off quite this well. And normally I would object to having a large, wide open space like this without too much to do, but it's kind of like the reward for the player because otherwise this place would be a pain to go through. Let's see, what's a good power to start using? Oh hey, I wanted to check this. It does! Look at that, it comes back. Okay, wait a minute, it just went the other way. Okay. Oh, I get it. Okay, this is a very cool mechanic here. Because not only do you get the boomerang back, or the ammo back if it actually makes it back to you, but if you are falling down when you fire it, the direction of it is down. And apparently if it makes the finishing blow, it will come back. Excellent. Very interesting power there. And actually feels very tactical. Alright. So wait. That thing's entire attack mode is just creating enemies. Worm things. Okay. Not much of a threat there, but alright. Oh hey look! It's a walker! Like from last time. Hopefully this one will be better than Chill Penguins. That one felt very shoehorned in. It was a very short section. Already this is looking better. Adds a little bit of challenge. Aha! And our resident co-pilot. Well, not co-pilot, fellow pilot. I will say though that I do recall that if you actually are outside of this mech, if you walk up to where one of those other armor pilots would be, it actually has them standing outside of their armor, so there's a chance for you to kill them early and take their armor. Naturally, their first reaction is to jump into the armor so that they're more durable and whatnot, but... Alright, looks like I can't take this into the boss. Still, it was fun while it lasted. Normally I'd question what a random section like having the ride armor would bring to the game, but given that the mechanics were notably different from your normal run-and-gun tactics, I think it adds something nice to it, honestly. And so we meet, Sting Chameleon. Okay, so one form of attack is to shake spikes from the ceiling. I'm assuming those aren't instant death because otherwise that would be ridiculous. I mean, the ceiling clearly is, but... Alright, throws spines from his tail. Okay. Or stings, or whatever. Now, I do find it interesting that they do the whole distortion thing, and it does keep track of where he is. And it looks like his last bit of attack is flicking with his tongue. I guess that's that iron tongue thing. I will say that this power definitely is tailor-made to take him out. I mean, nothing else gives that upward motion quite so well. Except maybe the torpedo. And look at that, we have confirmation that the falling spikes don't instantly kill you. This is supposed to be quite the pain if you didn't have this power, just because you'd have to climb up the wall to even shoot at him. And I get the last one back. Victory is mine once more. And look at that, now we have taken down all 8 bosses. Excellent. You get Chameleon Sting. Alright, fitting shade of green. Ah, so it does that split thing. That's right, I remember that now. What's this? An event? Finally! We found Sigma's fortress! Let's go in and put an end to his war against the humans. Okay, so apparently there are supposed to be humans in this setting, you just never see them in the actual game. And here we have the ominous music change. And an image of, well, a face which I'd presume is Sigma. And it appears that he is nowhere! He doesn't actually exist anywhere. Clearly that's the answer. Alright, and nothing special for that either. Huh, interesting. Well, at any rate, thank you for watching this episode of Arlin Plays. If at all you liked what you saw, please click like and highly consider subscribing. I have a video coming out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the foreseeable future. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them below. I will take a look. Next time on Arlin Plays, collection episode. I go through and collect some of the power-ups that we missed. Hope to see you there.